Three, two, one. Hello everybody, today we are going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. We are joined with Cardiff Youth Centre. I am Sama.
I'm Haja.
I'm Tom.
I'm Dylan.
Tom, do you want to start us off?
I will. So, basically we're talking about New Year's resolutions today, fresh starts. This is a fresh podcast as well. Our first ever episode, no less. So we're really excited to get this underway. So, pretend to look excited, everybody. Come on, and so really, it's all about fresh starts today. It's all about change. It's 2021, so let's be bold. Let's be brave. Saying goodbye to the awful year that 2020 has been. Let's be honest.
But can I say it was a very unusual year. But to be honest, it did have its ups and downs, some positives, some negatives.
But overall, it's still a good year. It's still a good year, despite the fact that Corona ruined everything.
Because we should always look at the positive side of everything. Like, we had so much time to spend with our family and our siblings and stuff. So much time to just get to know the people that you live with, because you don't really get to know them that much when you're going and, with work and school and whatever you guys do. You don't really get to spend that quality time. And for me, I had 6 months to do that until it was a little bit too much. But it's
a bit too much.
Well, you were a lot more optimistic than I am.
But I like to socialize with people, so it was a bit weird, and I didn't really like it because it was a bit too long. I want to actually talk to people, meet up with them face to face.
Okay, so do you think we'll ever get to a stage where, in 2021, where we won't be recording this over Microsoft Teams and we'll actually be able to meet up in person at last?
Well, probably. They've tested the vaccine. It works. They'll probably just be able to make loads of it, and then they'd be able to just give it enough so that it'd be safe for people to meet up and do stuff.
In terms of fresh starts, what are you guys looking to go ahead to? What are your New Year's resolutions if you do them at all?
Hopefully, no. I would want to have a healthier diet, because now I feel because we had the 6 months, whenever I watched something I ate, whenever I was hungry I ate, so it was a bit of an unhealthy diet. But next year I hope to have a healthier diet, exercise more, be productive instead of watching Turkish shows.
People talk about being healthy all the time, don't they? I know for a fact these resolutions last something like 2 weeks, First 2 weeks of January, my Strava is absolutely jam-packed. After that, it's barren, completely empty. I do no exercise after that first 2 weeks.
But for me,
unless I have to. For
me, one of my New Year resolutions goals are to keep to my schedule. So if I plan to do something, to make it consistent. So just not do it for 2 weeks, as you said, and stop. So for me personally, that is one of my goals for everything. That for me, as an example, that's me in everything. I'll start something, do my best in that 2 weeks, and then I'll stop completely, with exercise, with having a healthy diet, with everything, less social media, less going on my phone. Everything, I'll stick to it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks max, then downhill.
Yeah, but I feel
I'm back to normal. So that is a lot of people's goals, to just stay consistent with life and their goals.
My goal at the beginning of 2020 was kind of the opposite of that, really. I thought I was too uptight. I thought, I'm spending too much time doing work, doing all that kind of thing, and it can go too far the other way. So what I did, I cancelled my gym subscription when everybody else was kind of doing the other thing and taking out a gym subscription, which, might well not be the best thing to do.
Yeah, but I feel when you're doing it alone, maybe when you're planning to do things, I feel you won't be able to do it as much, and but when you do it with a group of people, then you guys motivate each other. So I feel that's a better option if you easily get distracted, if you get me.
You have 2021 looming. Not looming. We're here as this goes out. What are you most looking forward to?
Not coronavirus.
Just like even like a new year, I'm just looking forward to it. See like what comes. See like because it's obviously gonna be new. With Corona and that, because it's only been our first year, well, a year and a half, a bit. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it, seeing if it's a better year than this year, of course. But yeah.
To be honest, every new year that comes, I get really excited for. In my opinion, a new year, a fresh start, even if you didn't need the fresh start, it's still a fresh start, and you can just have that time to yourself and just think about everything. Because like, not a lot of people believe in New Year's resolution, but actually in your head you still might just plan out some goals that you want in this new year. So when you hear 2021, which I've gotten quite used to saying, to be honest, we said it quite a lot, but like when you hear 2021, you just automatically say, okay, this is a new year, this is not 2020 anymore. What am I going to do to make this a different year? So you want to have a change in your life. A big one, a small one, it depends, but like...
Still makes a difference.
Yeah, it's still...
But I feel like this year is going to be a bit unusual, and on top of that, because us two are in year 10, I feel like because like we have our GCSEs, it's going to be very stressful. But I feel like whoever's watching this, I feel like you can do it. You can do it.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask, I'm quite like curious, what do you guys actually do on New Year's Day? Like, do you guys do anything new?
So I can tell you, on New Year's Eve, I just go to sleep. Basically,
yeah, because it's not really New Year's anyway.
It's usually I usually have a quiet one. Because at least when I'm sleeping as well, I know I'm doing something that's kind of sort of gracious. If you get what I mean, you know,
What?
I'm not kind
Sleeping
of like
is
drunk as a
gracious.
skunk or singing and dancing. You know, all right, I'm not as happy as I might have been if I was awake, but you know, I'm not doing anything bad. Going into the new year.
Me and you, Thomas, are very similar. I don't really do.
News to me.
I don't really do anything on New Year's Day, but like sometimes like my family would come over, we'd have like family time. But I feel like that's normal to me anyway, because every week we'd usually go to each other's houses anyway. So I just feel like it's a new day, but it still feels weird, even though we don't really do anything.
Well, for me, I can't really say we do something different, because this is not something we do once a year. But probably in the New Year's Day, we would sit down. It's literally family time. Like, in my opinion, New Year's Day should be for the family. And
yeah, it's almost like Christmas to us. You know, in my house, it's kind of like sit down, have a nice cooked dinner.
Thomas, why are you agreeing? You just said that you sleep in.
That's New Year's Eve. New Year's Day is something else.
I sleep in one of the day.
That's the night. You know, don't
in my opinion, there's nothing such as New Year's Eve. I don't classify the day before New Year's. It's called New Year's Eve.
Wait,
For me, that's just the last day of 2020. I don't really do anything out of the ordinary on that day. I cannot say I do anything out of the ordinary on that day. But when it comes to New Year's, that is New Year's. Like that.
I don't think out of the ordinary on either of those days.
No, to be honest,
so you don't celebrate New Year's Eve whatsoever. It's just nothing to you.
But it depends.
Does anyone celebrate New Year's Eve?
Yeah, because when you say celebrate, I don't classify myself as I celebrate New Year's Eve. I don't really do anything out of the ordinary on New Year's Eve. I just sit down with myself, think of some goals, just plan out my life on New Year's day.
Sleep.
That's so boring. That's so boring, though.
Well, it's never harsh to give yourself some goals to look forward to, because in my opinion, when you give yourself high standards, even if you don't reach to those standards, you reach close to the standards. If you give yourself no standards at all, then you're not going to make it anyway. So
why are you so sensible? You
No.
know what I mean? Like, honestly, there are times to be sensible, and there are times to chill.
There are
out,
times to
and,
be
you know, not
sensible?
How's
have-
just a
Wait,
different
there
type of
times to be
person.
sensible?
This girl's serious
I
all the
think
time. All the time, you can relax.
You don't
know?
see my not sensible
tell you what.
phase. Like, you guys don't see my not sensible phase. Not really, not that much people see my non-sensible
Apart
phase.
from
except
hitting
my...
me.
I mean,
Yeah.
saying New Year's Eve is just like the last day of 2020 is, you know, it's kind of just like saying, oh well, New Year, my birthday or the day before my birthday is like.
Okay, I have a
Is
question.
like it doesn't matter.
It's
you
your
know?
birthday.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It's your birthday,
Yeah,
okay?
it's your birthday.
Would you celebrate the day before your birthday?
I do imagine like the day
Yeah,
the day
I
before
would.
like
No,
the
if
important
it's
day
like 12
doesn't
o'clock.
matter as much as
if
the
it's
important day.
No, saying New Year's Eve is nothing in comparison to New Year's Day is like saying my birthday is nothing on the 28th of December because I was born on a leap year.
no, but if it's like 12
You know,
o'clock,
it's like
my
saying
And I agree
you
with
could
what
be-
you just said now, even if you,
you
don't.
could, but you could be 16 years old. You could be 16 years old. In reality, if you're born on a leap year, you're only
You're
4.
four.
But you're saying that 28th of December doesn't even matter.
February.
No, but that's different. That is
Oh yeah, that's different.
that is something. I'm not
So is a
talking
leap
about
year-
that one
Is a
thing.
leap year more
Tell
important
me,
than New Year?
you're born the 31st of January. Will you celebrate the 30th of January? Because that's the day before your birthday. That's the question. Forget
No, but
I
February,
celebrate
because
my
that
last
is-
day. I celebrate my last day of having less responsibilities than I will the day after.
you know, for birthdays, I feel like, you know, is it just me that finds it weird? Like, you know, we're celebrating our birthdays. Yeah, our parents gave birth to us, so shouldn't we be the ones that are like giving them presents and everything? Because I feel like it's a bit reversed.
Wait, what? I don't get.
I didn't.
Same, I
that
don't
didn't
really
make any
understand
That doesn't make
sense
sense.
at all.
What? Just
Okay.
our parents give birth to us, we
Okay,
give them
forget it,
presents on our
forget it.
birthday. I don't get why we get
Right.
presents on our birthday. But I like it so I
What?
can get more stuff without paying.
Well, you celebrate making it through a year, don't you? You know,
Yeah.
it's an achievement to make it through a year, especially in
Yeah,
these times. You know,
I
And
know.
I tell you what, we've made it through 2020. That must mean we're all superhuman.
I
And
don't think
I'm laying that
that's how,
down there.
I don't think that's how
Wait.
that works. I think there's like a week-old kid who's made it through 2020.
Well, most people have made it through 2020, but you know, it's just
unfortunate for those who didn't.
yes, it is. Different.
And I feel like, you know, when the news came out, I feel like it was a bit of a shock because I thought that it wouldn't like travel to us. I thought it was just a normal day. But
And this was after.
thinking back at it, I was just like thinking like, wow, like, is this how we lived before Corona? Like, are we being
Yeah,
serious?
And this was after something like 2/3 of the Australian outback had burnt down.
You really don't understand how privileged you are with anything until it gets taken away from you.
Yeah,
So,
that's
like, I
true.
think everyone just...
Well-
that's why I think New Year's resolution is really important. Because especially now, this global pandemic has really given everyone just the time to think about everything. So now when it comes to New Year resolutions, you just have to be like, what am I going to do to my life? Because of a lot of people in this pandemic got their lives taken away. So, like, what am I going to do to make my life even better and make it last as long as it can to the fullest?
Even the simplest things like seeing your friends, like that taken away from me, I feel like it's a bit weird, and it's a bit like, oh,
You
like
don't
I wish my
understand
friends
the
were
quality
here.
time you have with the people
Yeah.
you like and love until you don't have it.
And on that sentimental note, guys, I think that's a perfect place to end because it gives us a very good platform into 2021 and what we're looking ahead to. So,
Obviously, subscribe. Make sure you give us a comment. If you watch this video, it will mean the best